Hello, I wanted to do a quick tutorial to review some of the material that we covered in class. I know it's a lot to try to absorb in 1 hour, so here's a quick review of what we went over. We basically went over beginner's class for the iPhone and iPad. So getting to know your iPhone or getting to know your iPad just a little bit better with some of these quick tips. There are lots of iPhones out there and it has come a long way. So just know that some of you may have some newer phones and some of you may have some of the older phones. Your iPhone is basically a super advanced product that happens to make phone calls. It's like a super advanced computer. So the basics of the iPhone and iPad, turning it on and off, adjusting the volume up and down, and of course muting, making and receiving phone calls, read and send text messages, take a picture and also selfie, and how to take a screenshot. So the biggest change in the last 2 years in some of the phones is that the older phones have a home button, a little circle at the bottom of the phone. The newer phones do not have that. They don't have a home button. They use your face, facial recognition to open your phone. So the newer phones, to turn those on and off, like the first one, you press the side button and either one of the volume buttons up or down, just press one of the volumes and the side button at the same time. The older phones, you would press just the side button, and if you have a little slightly older phone, you would press the top button to turn the phone on or off. And when you turn it off, you will get a screen that will say slide to power off. There's also the option to view the medical ID and of course make a 911 call. So to turn it off, you would just slide to the right and you've turned off your phone. The iPad is very similar. It's got the sleep or on off button at the top. Your mute is on the right, your volume up and down, and then the iPad Airs have a home button at the bottom. So to make a call, you'd go to your phone and you can either look up the contact in your contacts list or from your little phone, the green background, the little phone, or if you didn't have the number, you could actually just type it in on the keypad. But we normally just use the little green phone icon to open up our contacts, find the person, and make a call. And there's a picture of it. Many of you have it down probably on the bottom of your phone in the taskbar there so you can quickly access it. Answering a call, you can click on the little green to accept it. Up above, you could, if you don't want to accept it, you're busy. If you click on message, you can send a quick message, and there's a list of them, such as can't talk now, can I call you later? And of course, you can just decline the phone call. If you get a call, it's very easy to put your phone on speakerphone. It's so much easier to call there. So by clicking the audio button till it turns white, then the phone goes to speaker. So you don't have to hold the phone up to your ear. You can easily just hold the phone and talk to that person. You can mute other things at the time. You could add a call. You could even go right into FaceTime, or you can even go to your other home screen and look up a number if somebody needed it. So when the background is white, that would be speakerphone. Muting your phone is very important if you're in church or a restaurant or in a plane or in a doctor's office. And of course, if you're sleeping, you may not want your phone to be ringing. So there's a little tiny button at the very top. I call it a toggle. So if you just slightly press that little button towards the back of the phone, you'll see a slight amount of red at the top. You have then muted your phone. It's just above your volume buttons on the left side of your phone. And you'll know it's silenced because you will often see the little bell with a line through it indicating that your phone has been silenced. Another way to silence your phone is by using the control center. And we practice this a little bit in class. It does take a little bit of practice to get it, but from the newer phones, you swipe down kind of at an angle at the very top and go down, and it will bring up this extra screen called the control center. For the older phones, you swipe up from the bottom. You have to be off the actual screen towards the bottom where your home button is and swipe up quickly. So you don't need to swipe up the entire screen, but just about halfway, and it will bring up this page, which is called the control center. And then in here, you can turn your volume all the way up or down, and you can adjust the brightness in there. That is called the control center, where you can add other shortcuts like a flashlight or a remote or a magnifier. It's just like a little shortcut screen. Another way also in the control center is if you click on the little moon and the half moon is black that on the background, it's on do not disturb. So if do not disturb is off, if white, the background is on. So if you click on that, that will silence everything, text messages that may have a sound or phone ringing. So that would be totally to silence your phone. It's kind of now called a focus so that you can stay focused without a phone or text or other things ringing or pinging if you're busy. The camera. So the camera icon is on your main screen, or you may also have it as icon on your screen, but it looks like a little camera here, here, and there. You may have it on the upper part of your screen. So to take a selfie, all you do is click on the camera and there's a little circle, a little circle. When you click on that little circle, it will change the camera so it's facing you, front facing versus the back camera taking a picture out from you. So that's how you would easily take a selfie. And here's the little symbol, the little circle, which then indicates you wish to change the camera from the back to the front in order to take a picture of yourself or what's in front of you. We talked a little bit about Duke My Chart. I know most of you have to use that, and that is very important. The main thing is to make sure to remember your password and your username. Your username is usually your email address. If you've forgotten your password, you can easily reset it. And again, you might want to write it down or make sure to keep it safe. But once you have your username and your password, it's very easy to enter into the Duke My Chart. You can see all your appointments, you can see medications, uh, you can make appointments through that, you can cancel appointments, and there's also an app for your phone. So if you're not in front of a computer or a desktop, you can easily do all of this on your iPhone or iPad or even another tablet. So the iPhone and the iPad has so much you can do. You can listen to podcasts, you can watch YouTube videos, do Zoom music by listening to Spotify or Pandora. It's got your calendar so you can see all your appointments, make appointments, cancel appointments, make notes. It's a flashlight. It's a magnifier. If you can't read a menu, there's an app to magnify the print. Maps when you need directions, games, of course, whether it's solitaire or other game puzzles. Bluetooth is if you happen to have it going to speakers, and there's also Bluetooth hearing aids. And the wallet, which is an app on your phone, it is used to store credit cards, boarding passes, tickets. If you ever forgot your wallet, you actually have your virtual wallet right in your phone. Again, the iPhone is really like a personal assistant. It's secretary, companion, a journal, a diary, your news source. You can watch TV. You can make deposits, check deposits with the mobile banking. It's your photo album. If some of you have dogs that have a GPS, it's a dog tracker. It's a watch, of course, it tells the time. You can use it, of course, to make an emergency phone call. It's your activity record when you want to count your steps or other activity. An answering machine. It really is everything in one small little device in your pocket or your purse. So you are smarter than a 20-year-old. Don't think you're not. You have, 50, 60 years of experience. So do not be intimidated by younger people that act like they know a lot. You can know just as much as them and use all the great tools and resources with your phone and your iPad. And if you need more help, just contact me. This is a QR code. We like to practice doing the QR code. So when you open up your camera and you hover over this QR code, it brings up a little yellow pop-up that takes you to a already composed email to me. So it's just a quick little shortcut to use to get to my email. And of course, you can always call or text. And these QR codes are becoming more and more important. As you know, some places don't print menus anymore. They just have a QR code, which will take you to the menu or the drinks that they have available. So I hope you found this interesting and valuable. And if you have other questions, you're welcome to call anytime or email me, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next class.